With that, ladies and gentlemen, to render the word of thanks, I'd like to now very quickly introduce Mr. Praveer Sinha and take the privilege of introducing him. In fact, he's the CEO and MD, Tata Power Delhi Distribution, with 31 years of experience in developing and setting up greenfield and brownfield power plants in India and abroad. He actively contributed in bringing about huge socio-economic development and positive changes in these project sites, which are mostly in the underdeveloped areas of the Indian subcontinent. Member of prominent committees for reforms in power sector like Committee on Financial Viability and Restructuring of Discoms and Committee to Review the National Electricity Policy and many more such committees he members. He has been unanimously elected as the chairman of the Smart Utilities Group, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Praveer Sinha.
Good afternoon. I have the proud privilege of proposing the vote of thanks. To start with, I'm thankful to the chief guest, Mr. A.K. Bhalla, Secretary, Government of India, Ministry of Power, for sharing his thoughts on how do we integrate urban and rural areas, especially the challenges that is there. And the challenges are different, but how do we bring smart solutions to meet the objective of universal access of electricity. He rightly shared with us that in the Indian context, it's a huge population that needs to be catered, how user-friendly solutions can be developed and which will make the operation of these systems uniform as well as seamless. So thank you, sir, for joining us today morning for this inaugural session, which is the fourth program of ISGF, and we really appreciate your devoting time for today's program. I would also like to thank Mr. Upendra Tripathi. He has been a continuous support for ISGF and has always played a very active role, not only in renewable space, but how do we integrate smart energy solutions in the renewable space. And his suggestion that we should do few projects with the International Solar Alliance on smart grid, I think can be a precursor to many more projects that can be done in the country and outside the country also, to all the member countries who are members of ISA. I would like to also thank Mr. Christopher Jones for sharing his thoughts, especially about the clean energy initiatives and the Paris Accord, and what are the challenges it is giving us, especially when we have to move from the conventional coal-based plants to renewable plants, and how do we integrate, and especially when we see that large quantum of overall generation is going to come from renewable, with nearly 50% of the peak capacity coming from renewable. I think there will be huge amount of grid challenges, and I'm sure with your guidance we'll be able to meet those challenges. Ambassador of Sweden, His Excellency Claes Molin, Sweden is there, and of course there's no problem. So we take that advice from you, and the aspect of services in the business is something very important, and thank you for sharing your thoughts on that. We would also like to thank Mr. Patrick Santilo, who is the Counselor of Commercial Affairs, US Embassy. He has been driving many of the initiatives through the US Commercial Office, and also the various agencies of US government who have been taking up huge initiatives on various projects in India, including some with us, and we thank you for your words of advice on how to go about in future. We would like to also thank Debashish Banerjee, CEO of Reliance Infrastructure, who runs a utility, and he shared with us what are the various things that Reliance Energy is doing in Mumbai city, and especially in a very, very complex environment that he works in. So thank you, sir, for your suggestions and your comments. I would like to also thank Mahesh Ramanujan. This was a new aspect that he brought in, especially about how do we bring green building into the whole smart energy eco space, and the initiatives that he has been taking, and the initiatives that he proposes for India are very, very useful, and I'm sure the whole concept will undergo a huge transformation as we move forward. Dr. Ajay Mathur has again been a great supporter of smart energy. He has always guided ISGF and all of us on the initiatives that has to be taken, not only from the supply side but also from the demand side, and the energy efficiency initiatives that needs to be integrated with the supply of electricity. So thank you, sir, for your works on the smart energy roadmap that we need to have. I would like to thank Matt Wakefield. He talked about the collaboration aspect, which is necessary if we need to work on new areas, and especially in the Indian context, where Secretary Bhalla also mentioned about how do we integrate the rural and the urban environment. So that's definitely an area that we would like to work. I would like to also show my sense of gratitude to Mr. Venu from ABB, who shared with us about the complexity and just not the unidirectional or bidirectional, but the multi-directional flow of power that will take place, and the challenges that the grid will face. And lastly, I would like to share huge thanks to Richard, who has always guided ISGF, and his idea about how the universal access of electricity integrates with the smart grid roadmap. I would also like to mention a special thanks to all our partners who have supported ISGF in this India Smart Grid Week. We have the platinum partners, ABB and Friendcom. We have the gold partners, SAN, Canode, SEW, SAP, Oracle, Tata Communications. Silver partners, G3 PLC, innovation partners, Goldstone, technical partners, Nero, smart water technology partners, Sensors, technology partners, Fluent Grid, Scient, Bentley, and Landis+Gyr, bronze partner, Fuji Electric, and lanyard partner, Renisar. The country partner is Sweden, and like last year, they have supported us this year too. So great thanks to you. Fortunately, this year we have large number of utility partners. There are 9 utility partners. The host utilities are Tata Power, Delhi Distribution, Power Grid. The co-host utilities are CESC, Bescom, Reliance, and the partner utilities are Southern Distribution of Andhra, BSES, Tata Power, and IGL. So great thanks to all of them for making this happen, and getting all of you to come for this program and also for the exhibition. Big thanks to all of you for being patiently being here for the whole morning, and because of you, this program becomes very, very important and critical in the roadmap of smart grid that India is moving forward. I'm sure the 3 days that you would spend over here, and especially to all our delegates who are here from abroad, great thank you for making this happen and participating in this program and bringing in the technology and the knowledge that you have in your countries of how you have gone through with the implementation of smart grid and integration of edge of the grid solutions that has happened in many of the countries. Big thank you to ISGF and all the other partners who have been associated in implementing this. Also, a big thank you to Manekshaw Center for having hosted us over here for 3 days. Like every year, they have been very kind to us and they host us over here. And to all the other people whom I have missed out, the press and the media who have covered this event, a big thank you, and I look forward to interacting and having a great time during the 3 days of discussions, seminars, workshops, and the exhibition that we are going to have over here. Thank you very much.